Today is day number 2 and the final penultimate day when we now start off with the pre-quarterfinals, which shall be taken forward with the quarterfinals and then the semi-finals and finally the finals. On the screen right now what you see is the list of the teams who shall be taking part in the pre-quarterfinals and the quarterfinals. From that angle, if we talk about the first match that you shall be witnessing will be between Team Nirma, Robocon and Institute of Technology, Nirma University. Plus this match, just a correction over there. The first match that you shall be witnessing will be between the MIT World Peace University Pune and LD College of Engineering. These are the names of the teams on the screen that you see, which shall be a part of the pre-quarter final matches, which includes the Institute of Technology Nirma University, Marathwada Mitra Mandal's College of Engineering, COEP Technological University Pune, Brax Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune, and MIT World Peace University Pune. Akshay. After that, we move on to the remaining 7 more teams which are a part of the pre-quarterfinals. This includes the Government College of Engineering, Aurangabad Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune, Government College of Engineering and Research, Avasari Khurd, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Gujarat Technological University, Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya and LD College of Engineering. Akshay.
That's right, and I think it's a very interesting ploy, a little variation that they've brought in since the last year edition of Robocon here. What usually happened, Sakshi, initially, that the top 8 teams straight away qualified, but the margin of the next 4 teams, which was until the 12 teams, was so little that the committee decided that they should have another go at the quarterfinals chances. And I think it's a good move, especially when you look at the chances of every team to be able to get into the quarterfinals, and it's good that they are giving them an opportunity. Still having a little bit of final touch up there, especially the team in blue, not particularly happy with one of the seedlings. Perhaps they want, I think the seedling number 6 is something not in the position. Probably they will have to straighten it or something. And with that whistle, the match is on its way, and both the teams with their automatic robot already into zone number 2, trying to make the maximum of those harvest zone and collect maximum balls from there. But mind you, as we have told our viewers before as well, that you can throw only as many balls into zone number 3. Only the seedlings that have been planted into zone number 1, that is the plantation zone. So far, both teams have put up 4 plant seedlings into the plantation zone. I beg your pardon here, the seedling in number 2 and 3 are about to come as far as Team Blue is concerned, and I think relatively a touch slow as far as Team Blue is concerned, but MIT World Peace University is looking in good rhythm so far.
Yes, indeed, MIT is looking in good rhythm, but this has to be a good start for both the teams, because we just noticed that the fully automatic robot obviously went into the yellow zone to collect the balls, but the semi-automatic one, which is being manually driven by the students over there, we see that the blue team is working very hard to get all the seedlings planted, and so is the red team, and they've been able to successfully achieve that, to plant all the seedlings in the right spots. And we move on now into the second zone, which is the green zone, where we see that the automatic robots are making an effort to pick up the balls and plant them into the third zone, which is the yellow zone. And let's not forget that there's seeders in which the balls have to also go, where the teams can score individually extreme amount of numbers, which will give them the rise up ahead. And that is what is needed right now. From the strategy point of view, if you look at it, the red team is already in the second zone, making those efforts to plant the balls into the third zone. 1 minute 21 seconds remaining on the clock over here, but the blue team slightly actually is still struggling to figure out their robot in the second zone, because something seems to have gotten off with their robot. They're still trying to work around that. But the advantage right now very clearly stands in favor of the red team, who are planting the balls from the second zone to the third zone with ease, with their robot doing the magic wonders that is needed in this moment.
I really like the rhythm of their autonomous robot in red in the harvest zone. I really like the way it is moving. Very nice rhythm with picking up the alternate colors of the balls. Very clear about, it's almost like it's got the eyes. Whereas the team in blue seems to be struggling a bit, but what they've done here is they have achieved something really well. They have put one ball into the silo here.
Yes, they've been able to achieve one ball into the silent over there, and one did bounce off that they made an attempt to, but was out. But one ball has been able to go inside the silent. But now also looking at the way, Akshay, things are moving right now. From here, how do you assess the situation? Is it pro red or do you think it's going pro blue? Because of the last 10 seconds on the clock now that remain over there.
Well, initially after area 1, it was going by zone after zone, but in the zone number 2, red team has a little advantage. They have picked up 10 balls so far, and now you see the time is up. Only 10 balls were picked up by, but as far as team blue is concerned, they were not very well consistent as far as the harvest zone is concerned. Mind you, you can see on your TV screens roughly 8 balls are on the field there, and that is the clear difference between World Peace University and LD College of Engineering. I think the zone 2, area 2 is the deciding factor as far as this match. There's a pre-quarter match between MIT and LD College of Engineering Pune is concerned. Look at that in the replay, how Team Blue picked up neatly. Good work done there by initially, as that's we've been talking about, that as far as area 1, the plantation zone is concerned, they've been rather at par with each other. But it's only in the area number 2 where they kind of lagged behind from Team Red, which is MIT Pune, and that's where they have outdone LD College of Engineering.
That is right, and this indeed turned out to be a very thrilling encounter between two teams for a pre-quarter final match to start off the entire series of these pre-quarter final matches that are now lined up. We are just eagerly awaiting for the referee to come up and give us the results as to which team has won the first pre-quarter final. We'll be joining you very shortly after the result for now.
So after this interesting clash between MIT and LD College, we have the next pre-quarter final match, which is between the college from Aurangabad, Sambhajinagar College of Engineering. It will be taking on Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. And Sakshi, that is one match we all have our eyes on, because these two teams, you know, they had a very close call. They could have been much up. They could have placed much higher in the points tally. But unfortunately, there was a bit of a malfunctioning as far as their automatic robot was concerned. And particularly those back-to-back retries from the zone number 2 have kind of cost them their points. And that's where they would like to make the amends for in this second pre-quarter final match here. And if they can score, if they can do well here and come up in the points tally, they will be more than pleased with their effort. In the meanwhile, we are still awaiting the points, the result of this pre-quarter final between MIT World Peace University, who took on LD College of Engineering. Obviously, MIT World Peace University has clearly done much better than their counterpart in this first pre-quarter match. But as we promised in the beginning, in the morning, that the day is only getting hotter and more intense with every passing day, every passing match. And what a day we are having after that excruciatingly tiring day. We are fresh and ready to go, and we have been looking forward to these kind of clashes which bring all the excitement and exuberance out of these young technocrats.
True, true. At the end of the day, this is supposed to be a day of the finals. We expect the matches to be intense and we expect the matches to also be good, and that is what we're expecting. And it hasn't been a disappointing start. On the contrary, it's been a stupendous start, should I say, for the pre-quarterfinals. For the first match that went between the two teams was a beautiful one. We also have TP Singh, the match referee, out there with the results now. Let's straight go towards her to have the results.
So here is the result of the first match of the pre-quarter finals that was played between team in blue, LD College of Engineering, versus team in red, MIT World Peace University from Pune. Team in blue, LD College of Engineering, scored 160 points, whereas team in red, MIT World Peace University from Pune, they scored 240 points. So winner of the first pre-quarter final match is MIT World Peace University from Pune.
So getting all set for the pre-quarter match number 2, in which Government College of Engineering Shambhajinagar is taking on Birla Vishwakarma University Mahavidyalaya in blue corner. And as you can see already, the team in red from Aurangabad has started off well, straight away sending their automatic robot into zone number 3. Look at that side, beautiful rhythm of their bot, and like the design as well, nice lights they have designed it with, and waiting there for those balls to pick up straight away into the silos. We have told our viewers many times that these balls can be thrown into area number 3 only as many seedlings that you plant into zone number 1. So 4 have already, so they have the liberty and the luxury of taking at least 4 balls into the zone number 3. Whereas the team blue seems to be a little slow, but they've done reasonably well as far as plantation is concerned. They have done well. 8 of the seedlings already in place for Team Blue, which is from Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. And Sakshi, looking back at the match number 1 in this pre-quarter stages, MIT is already safe in the quarterfinals now, and these two teams will definitely like to seal their berth in the quarterfinals.
Yes, indeed. Any team that is right now in the pre-quarterfinals, at the end of the day, every team's goal is to go ahead and win the finals. Every team is targeting that. But if we're to talk specifically of this match right now, then from a point of view of strategy, both red and blue teams have very different strategies or approaches of approaching the game. Whereas we noticed that the blue teams, even the automatic robot had reached in the third zone. Plus, we also saw that red team's automatic robot also tried to go there. But more importantly, when it comes to planting the seedlings, the blue team's robot has very efficiently and smoothly been able to plant the seedlings in the right spot, while the red team's robot is still in the first zone, planting the seedlings in the right spot. So we're waiting for the red team to finish that off. In the meanwhile, the blue team very clearly moving into the second zone and aiming the balls now into the holder so that they can start attempting that and securing bigger margin of points. There, first of all, the robot is throwing the balls from the second zone into the third zone, which should be a number equivalent to the seedlings planted in the first zone. And once they've been able to achieve that, they will start making shots or attempting shots to throw into the holders. Also, one thing to be noticed somewhere, Akshay, is the fact that yes, in the third zone, the distance of the ball and the holder is relatively smaller, so the aim should be easier, unlike from the second zone when you throw and target it directly into the holder, where the distance gets longer.
You know, the little advantage that they have had in the beginning of the first few minutes of the game was that they had planted all the seedlings perfectly, but those little unforced errors by the manual robot there have cost them all the time there, and they had to come back for it. And that is really unfair as far as such a crucial match is concerned. They are trying to seal their berth in the quarterfinals, and it is heartbreaking stuff because the team in red, College of Engineering from Aurangabad, had done so well, but Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya seems to have done quite well here as far as the number of balls is concerned. They have 60 points from zone number 2 and 120 from zone number 1. So they seem to be sitting pretty comfortably as far as their berth in the quarterfinals is concerned from here with what we can see. We'll still have to wait for the final confirmation from the referees here, but Team Blue, I really like the way they stuck to their game. They kept consistently working on it, did not really feather, and done well for themselves. See, this is the blue team, Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya on your TV screens in the replays, how beautifully their manual and automatic robot in sync with each other have done well for their team. And this is the moment where team in red had kind of faltered a little bit.
The result of the second match of the pre-quarter final, team in red, Government College of Engineering from Aurangabad, they scored 140 points, whereas team in blue, Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya from Vidyanagar, they scored 180 points. So the winner of the second match is BVM from Vidyanagar.
And as the official announcement of the score of the second pre-quarter match between Aurangabad team and Mahavidyalaya, we have the next match coming up is between Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, which will be taking on Gujarat Technical University, the reigning champion, and it's really disheartening to see GTU struggling at here for the berth in the quarterfinals. And as we talk about this match, as my friend Sakshi goes for a little breather, I'm joined in the commentary box by my dear friend Sujay John. Sujay, a very good morning to you and welcome.
Thank you, Akshay. It's fantastic to come back here to wherever you're tuned into. This is live action of the pre-quarterfinals of the Robocon 2024. The fourth match of the pre-quarters, Pimpri College from Chintanwada. This is an engineering college in Pune. They face the defending champions, Gujarat Technical University, who had a fantastic session last year and are crowned champions. Can they defend? But as Akshay has told you, it's a feeling of mixed emotions as we see them struggling here. This is what you see are the two teams in this third match, and in the blue corner is the team from Pune, the Pimpri Chintwad College, and the warm-up time, the preparation time is over, and the blue corner are the defending champions, Gujarat Technical University. The operator Prithvi Patel is a third-year student who comes in from electronics, and they are captained by Kirtan Prajapati, who is a veteran who is wearing the crown of the champion here. Can he defend the title? That's something we have to wait and watch, Akshay.
Absolutely, Sujay. And you talked about Kirtan Prajapati. We had a word with him during the curtain raiser in the pit area. Let's see how well they can perform. And with that whistle, the things are on its way. The 3-minute match is going to keep their breath abated here. The defending champion Gujarat Technical University fighting it out from the blue corner and taking on Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, and they've done well. They're putting up a good fight out there. Team in red already 4 saplings into the plantation zone and 4 more have been successfully planted. Sujay, wonderful work done by her Pimpri Chinchwad. They are looking at a team which is not going to be bogged down by the champions.
Absolutely, they are ones who are going to take this straight on, and they say taking the bull by the horns, and they're doing it so pretty well. Look at that Robo 1 going absolutely brilliant. And in the right corner, the operator is Prasar Lokhande, and he's doing a fantastic job with R1, and the balls are up. Let's tell you about the scores. For every seedling planted, they get 10 points, and for every ball throw, get 10 points again. And then that's R2, which is completely automated robo, no manual control, absolutely guarded by the sensors. And that's how they have to put the balls in the silos. That's the harvesting area. And then we come into that balls which are being collected. R1 is throwing them on to the R2, and the red corner is struggling at the moment. But blue Robo is on fire, and they really are trying to do their best. They've got all their plants and the seedlings in order. The red corner is going absolutely good. They've gotten into the third zone. They have to collect the balls, put it over, the red flag's up. Our referees here have got a very, very tight work to do. 1 minute, 6 seconds left on the clock for the third quarterfinals, Akshay. That's going neck to neck. And as this goes from the breather, this is R2 on your screens, trying to pick up the ball. And remember, there is no point for a purple ball, so the sensor has to also identify the color coding. Last 40 odd seconds on the clock.
Well, the picture tells you the story, Sujay. The team in red, Pimpri Chinchwad, has gone about their job absolutely meticulously and efficiently, and you can feel, you can sense the pressure on the reigning champion on the right of your screen. Team in blue, Gujarat Technical University, seems to be struggling, particularly when they had to come back to the starting zone, when they missed out a trick or two as far as the plantation of the seedlings in the plantation area 1 is concerned, and that's where they kind of lost the plot, and that's where that window, that opening, that back door that Pimpri Chinchwad was looking for. And with that last 10 seconds remaining here, referees are also having a tough time there. Great noise, the deafening sound at Thiagaraja Stadium is telling you the story.
Of course, the hooter is blown, and the red team have got 1 ball into the silo. That's going to be 30 valuable points going into their kitty. And we had a fantastic third round of the pre-quarterfinals, and Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune, seem to have their plans absolutely in the right place. Gujarat Technical University, the defending champions, felt that heat. And of course, we've got to be waiting down for our judges here. Let's put you down through the team in red. Amey is the captain of the team, and Prasad Lokhande was the operator. Nikhil, joined by Sarthak Joshi, are the three crew members who really operated their robos. Their support team has Harshvardhan, Rajavardhan and Krishnan. They did a fantastic job. In the blue corner, we had the operator Prithvi Patel, and then he's flanked by Jatin and Vraj. Both of them are final year students of engineering. Jatin, meanwhile, Akshay, happens to be one of those veterans from last year. We were looking at the experience that he would bring to this team. They are joined by Vivek, Athira and Vineet. The first girl member I saw, and she was feverly working. And this is girl power ruling right here at Robocon 2024.
Oh, absolutely, Sujay, and that's the objective of a tournament like Robocon, giving exposure to every walk of life, and all the engineering students, even the ones who've had experiences before of participation or any kind of experience with Robocon, they are open to share their knowledge with the younger technocrats, and that's what makes this entire exercise all around the year very, very interesting and very satisfying, and that is the reason they look forward to National Robocon so dearly.
The third match of the pre-quarterfinals that was played between team in blue, Gujarat Technological University. They scored 170 points, whereas team in red, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering from Pune, they scored 240 points. So winner of the third pre-quarterfinal match is team from Pune.
Champions of last time have been outclassed by a score of 240 to 170. The winner of that third quarterfinal was Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune. Congratulations.
Well, we have to give it to the Pimpri Chinchwad performance. Throughout the tournament, they have been absolutely stupendous. Even if you look at their score, it has been very, very high scoring. And the next and the last match of this pre-quarter stages is lined up between Government College of Engineering and Research of Sari Khurd, who will be taking on SRM Institute of Science and Technology. So the last and the final of the pre-quarter matches will decide that who are going to be the last 8 teams who will be fighting it out at the 23rd edition of DD Robocon 2024.
SRM कहाँ के? जयपुर है, चेन्नई था।
से पूछ के बताए थे। ये डबल स्टार वाला मेन ड्राइवर है जो ऑपरेट कर रहा है, टीएल टीम लीडर।
Thank you so much. Game, and this is the final quarterfinals booking berth opportunity for them, and this is going to be Government College of Engineering and Research of Sari Khurd. And they'll be up against SRM Institute of Science and Technology. The last opportunity, just one seat left for the quarterfinals. Let's just put you up there for those of you who are tuned in late, that the 4 teams which have already qualified and secured their place in the quarterfinals are the Institute of Technology, Nirma University, as the foremost contender, followed by Marathwada, Mitra Mandal College of Engineering, and the third place is COEP Technical College University Pune and BRACT from Pune. So big thing, the warm-up time's over, and here the 2 teams locking horns will be Government College of Engineering and Research of Sari Khurd and SRM University of Science and Technology. And big game up here, and you have to know that these are the two robos right now picking up the seedlings. Akshay, the fact is that this is the competition which is going to be held at the world level from across the world, going to be held in Vietnam. And the host cities are the ones which actually choose the theme. And since Vietnam is majorly into agriculture, that's the reason why you have this kind of a theme where seedlings are there. We're talking about nature conservation. We're talking about environment sensitization. And believe you me, robos are the next way of paving the way into the green revolution. And here, the harvest going on in the red corner is absolutely wonderful. They've already got 6 to 8 there. A total of 12 is the opportunity that they have got. And for every seedling that they plant, they get a total of 10 points.
That's right, Suche. And looking at the current situation after the 1 minute or so in this match, the last of the pre-quarter match here, SRM's University is done well. They have planted 11 of the 12 seedlings from the seedling rank successfully, and their manual robot is being brought back for the last remaining seedling to be planted in the plantation zone. Whereas the team in red has done well. They have planted all the seedlings in the plantation zone successfully, and their automatic robot is on its way towards the zone number 3, but it has banged into the side railings of the area number 2. That's where the time is lost out, and they will have to bring it back to the starting zone. And that's where I think the moment that the team in blue, SRM University, was waiting for. Mind you, SRM University has done well. They are in good rhythm. And last evening also, they were almost the 40th match they played, much late in the day, and where they defeated Parole University, and they scored pretty highly, 210 points. So they are in good rhythm as far as SRM University is concerned. And this is the moment they were waiting for because of the autonomous robot that has been brought back to the starting zone. They've got that time. Once again, team in red seems to be struggling there. Another occasion their robot is back on the starting zone, Sujay.
Absolutely. It's around 40 seconds left on the clock. The time is running out, and that's the red bot getting back onto the action. They've been pretty fast. What really has to be decided is how many balls get into the silos. That's valuable 30 points that the teams will be fighting for. And can you see that in the red corner, the last 20 seconds again, a little bit of a problem and a malfunction from the robo and the Government College of Engineering and Research of Sarikod. They are trying to fix that on. 10 points for each of the throws, 10 points for each of the harvests. And now that's the clock run out. And none of the teams have got the big 30 points into the silo. So here at the Tyagrat Stadium, which has been the venue for the last couple of years, where the Robocon has been hosted. Look at the red bot go. Fantastic precision from them. They really have planted. And for the viewers, there are exactly specific areas where these seedlings need to be planted. And in case you don't get them in the place, your points are not adding to your kitty. And here is the bot. That is the R1 coming in from the red corner. And manning that is Ramachandra in the red corner for Government College of Engineering. And he's been doing pretty well. He's flanked down by Vedant, Pritesh, Kalyani, Manohar and Suyash. And for SRM, you've got in the R1 driver's plate Anshul. And then along with them is Arushi, Daniel. Then you've got Nikit, Arush and Namit.
Here is the result of the last pre-quarter final match that was played between Government College of Engineering and Research, Khurd versus team in blue, SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Team in blue, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, scored 190 points, whereas Government College of Engineering and Research, Avsari, scored 210 points. So winner of the last pre-quarter final match is team from Avsari Khurd.
Hello and a very warm welcome back and good afternoon to all the viewers who are joining us on this live broadcast of DD Robocon 2024, and today is the second and the final day of the matches, the day when we shall get the final team who shall be representing India in the ABU Robocon 2024 to be held in Vietnam on the 25th of August 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sakshi Mandwal, and indeed it's a pleasure to have you all on board as you catch this live broadcast. Now quickly starting off with the quarter-final matches that are getting lined up, we have two teams that shall be coming face to face in the first quarter-final that is going to be happening right now. This would be BRAC's Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune and MIT World Peace University Pune. Let's remind you that MIT World Peace University Pune had a pre-quarter final match that they won with 240 points, as a matter of fact, against LD College of Engineering, and thereby qualified to become the first team who shall be playing the first quarter-final match up against BRAC's Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune. I'm joined over here in this lovely afternoon and with the quarter-final matches all set to start by my dear friend. Of course, we have with us Akshay Maurya. Good afternoon, Akshay.
Good afternoon, Sakshi, and good afternoon to everybody. And what a way and what a moment to be back into the stadium here. We are bringing you live action from Thiagraj in the national capital. And in the last 3 days or so, the entire place had turned into the epicenter of robotics. And as Sakshi rightly told you, the quarterfinals are lined up. Sakshi, what fun. What fun. I mean, the more we talk about it, the less it feels. I was talking to some of the young technocrats just off the record here, and they were so thankful and so happy to be born in this time where they can have such opportunities, such experience and exposure. And rightly, they are prepared for the future, for the bigger world stage. As you were telling our viewers, that the winner of this year's DD National Robocon will be decided who will be representing India in Vietnam in the month of August this year. So what kind of experience? I mean, really wonderful.
And we're getting all set now, both the teams out there. The first quarter-final match that is to be played between BRAC Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune and MIT World Peace University Pune. Both the teams with their robots all set over there. We can see the students also lining up, and along with that the match referee and the mentors taking their due places. Just the next few seconds before the game starts over here, Akshay. With bated breaths, it's now actually getting serious.
Absolutely. MIT Pune will be very, very pleased with their effort. They qualified in the quarterfinal matches here. And obviously, this is always like a miss a blink kind of situation there. So with that whistle from the referee TP Singh, a very, very popular character here, loved by all unanimously, Mr. TP Singh, that you see on your TV screens.
Well, still some preparation time out there before the actual match starts. We shall be hearing the whistle any time now. The countdown has started, the last 10 seconds before the whistle goes off for the actual match to start. And 3, 2, 1. And we have the whistle to start the game between the first quarter-final that starts off with BRAC Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune and MIT from Pune. Again, two Pune universities coming face to face, head to head against each other. And the blue team, the automatic robots of both the teams immediately taking their positions in a stride to take the balls into the court. But along with that, the robots that are controlled by the students in the first zone, which is the yellow zone, both the teams making strident efforts to place the seedlings in the right spots. And we see that the red team's efforts of the robots to place the seedlings in the right spots are going pretty successful, because they've been able to accumulate 4 seedlings at one go, and so has the blue team. In fact, at this moment, if we are to look at it, both the teams stand equal. 6 seedlings if both the teams have been planted in the right spot. And along with that, we now move on, hoping that they pick up the pace. So there you have the red team's robot just toppled off, but they've been able to collect it and gather it and take the momentum from there, Akshay.
Very rightly pointed out, Sakshi. Evenly balanced match, even at the section as far as the area 2 is concerned. Both of their teams' robots had a malfunctioning, and they had to be brought back to the retry zone once again. So the sapling seeding as the plantation area is slightly lagging behind as far as the team Bracht in red corner is concerned. There 2 of the saplings have been dislodged and brought back to the sapling rack. But the autonomous robot is doing well as far as Team Red is concerned, and so is for the Team Blue, quickly throwing 2 more balls into the area number 3. Hopefully they will be having some kind of silos functioning there as well, because silos have been rather silent in the last 3-quarter matches that we saw. But this is the quarterfinal. This is the match they would like to win at any cost, and they are really putting every effort out there. You can see it even on the corner of your TV screens. Team in red, team in blue, both of their automatic robots and manual robots are doing their best, and especially a little bit of glitch on the manual robot there, but that seems to be fixed by Team Red. On its way, the Team Red robot is about to collect 2 more balls and go on the ramp. He is already entered the area number 3 there, Sakshi. This is looking very good. I like the way they have recovered. The Team Red, they have done well as far as the recovery is concerned, and the Team Blue is also not far behind. Their robot is also following the ramp, is surging on to the area number 3 with only 4 balls remaining into the harvest zone and 7 balls for Team Red. So that's where is the difference, if you can see that.
And you have the loud noise, the cheer from the supporters, the students of the blue team, almost like mission accomplished. And when the victory becomes within the sight, that's the kind of cheer you hear. But also the red team finding a lot of support today over here in their supporters. The crowd going happy, crazy, supporting their own teams. But looks like the blue team have been able to take the momentum, and the timer goes off. Happy faces, smiling faces, blue team. Pretty loudly smiling and jumping and hugging because they almost know that they've got it in their pocket. We'll have to wait for the results to come out from TP Singh Ji. The match referee will be coming out to give the results, but pretty evident that the blue team believes that they have got this game in their pocket.
So these are the replays that will tell you the story of this first quarterfinal that is played out between Brecht Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, who took on the mighty MIT WP University from Pune. And that technical glitch in area number 2 as far as Team Red is concerned seems to be the one that stage that have cost them this quarterfinal. But a good effort, good valiant effort from both the teams. Great exhibition of robotics for the Doordarshan, and what a pleasure we are having. A look at that. That is the silo moment. That's where it was lost into the silo, a moment we all had been waiting for. I still believe, Sakshi, it will be a close call. We'll wait for the official announcement from TP Singh and what point they have made and how they have done it. So let's go over to him.
The result of the first quarterfinal match that was played between Team in Red, Vishwakarma Institute of Technology from Pune versus Team in Blue, MIT World Peace University, Pune. Team in Red, VIT, scored 190 points, whereas Team in Blue, MIT World Peace University from Pune, scored 220 points. So winner of the first quarterfinal match is Team MIT from Pune.
And welcome back. We are now moving on, all set for the next quarterfinal, and the teams who shall be playing the next quarterfinal match will be, of course, coming up ahead is COEP Technological University Pune, and this will be up against Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. This quarterfinal is all set to happen in the next few minutes. Right now what we shall be witnessing is the teams coming up and prepping up to place their tools and apparatus in place, and also the robots. So you can see on the screens the students lining up, placing the robots outside till they do not get the permission from the referee to start aligning them in the exact positions. They are just getting prepped and started to get the match going. This is the pre-preps that are happening before the main match to begin. And these two teams, if we were to talk about them, COEP Technological University Pune and along with that Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, well, these two teams have really fought hard to make their place and stature to reach over here. Akshay, if I were to ask you, amongst these two teams, do you have a team that you support or are, leaning towards, have a hunch feeling that they have a stronger or an upper hand?
Well, I believe that Birla is looking good, but I really don't want to pick up a favorite here. It's just the fact that they qualified in the pre-quarters for these quarterfinals. So obviously, they've had a good run and they are looking good. Their spirits are high, but obviously, College of Engineering Technological University from Pune is also no mug with the ball and with the bot, obviously, and they are also looking equally good. So it's gonna be an equally fought contest. Just a word back about the first quarterfinal that took place between Bract and MIT WPU. I mean, it was again anybody's match. We talked about it, how evenly poised this match was, barring that little glitch, a little unforced error. And with that whistle, let's get back to the second quarterfinal. The bots are settled, and these two teams, College of Engineering of Pune, Technological University, taking on Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. So obviously this whistle has started the proceedings for them. Straight away, the second quarterfinal is on its way. Let's see who will be meeting them in the semi-finals, who will seal the berth for the semi-final here. College of Engineering and Pune Technological University will be taking on Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya. Looks like in the initial few seconds, it is the team in blue, that is Birla, that has taken the lead. Already 4 seaplanes have been planted into the plantation zone. And the team in red is also not very far behind. They have a nice strategy. Look at that beautiful placement in the plantation zone. Like good clean pickup there and good clean planting. Wonderful work done by COEP there. Team in red.
Yes, of course, and the team in blue also that we see over here making strident efforts over here to cover up that gap, and it looks like the pace that both the teams are maintaining right now is evenly poised. What matters over here and may become the difference is going to be the efficiency of the robots to execute the task with ease and efficacy. And if that happens, or for whichever team that happens, they will be running away with their spot in the semi-final. We'll have to see. Right now, both the teams are in the first zone, which is the yellow zone, placing the seedlings in the right spaces. And we have the red team, which has successfully placed all the seedlings in the right spots, while the blue team's robot is still pretty much there in the first zone, placing the last 2 seedlings. But now we see both the robots moving on into the second zone. Maybe a fraction of a second ahead is the red team in the second zone. And it looks like from here, the big points is where both the teams will be eyeing their eyes on, Akshay, especially if we look at the red team, whose efforts and also the pace and the momentum that their robot has picked up is super fast right now.
Absolutely, very important point made by you there. It's just that marginal difference in the initial stages, but in zone number 2 they are looking equally good. Now particularly if we look at team blue, there collecting their balls perfectly well, whereas on the unforced error, team red has to come back to the starting zone, and that's where the trouble has come for College of Engineering Pune. They were looking so good, they were looking all set, the rhythm was fine, they were going fine with the strategy, but the team blue will be looking to take advantage. Already 3 balls into the area number 3, and I'm sure their autonomous robot will be zooming to go into area number 3. So yes, this is the advantage that team blue, Birla, has had. Mind you, Birla qualified for this quarterfinal in the pre-quarters only. They are in good rhythm, but that ball that has come back into the zone 1 in the plantation zone looks like they are partially lucky, and luckily their seedlings have not been dislodged. So we'll have to wait for the umpire's decision if that is a deduction or not, because there is no dislodging. Even the ball has come back. But I think that the throw point from the 10 points that they get of throwing, probably that will be deducted. So we'll have to wait and watch. But Team Red is struggling and the time is up. Looks like it is the team in blue, Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, have pipped them to the post as far as COEP Pune is concerned. Brilliant match, but so much can happen in these 3 minutes, Sakshi. It's very difficult. You asked me my favorite. There were no favorites, but I like the rhythm that Birla was showing as far as the pre-quarter matches were concerned. And see that in the replay picture will be a lot more clearer. They started off pretty well. The rhythm was fine. They were looking equally good. But that unforced error as far as their manual robot is concerned, that's where they have caused this match.
Yeah, maybe it could have cost them the match. In fact, that is the reason why the match would have cost the red team, at least if we look at it, because their robot somehow malfunctioned somewhere during the middle of the game, and that is something that would have costed them at the cost of the fact that even if, we had Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya at a spot where their ball from the second zone went back into the first zone, And still they were lucky by God's grace that none of the seedlings fell off, which is a miraculous thing to have happened. And despite the fact that they may not be able to earn those specific points because the ball came back in the first zone, since the competition from the opposition, which was the red team in this case, we are talking about Brax Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune, kind of reduced or minimized. Hence, they got the upper hand to get away in this game pretty easily. And that's where the present standing stands. Happy faces, smiling faces, jovial faces, all exuberating right now. The fact that they have made it to the semi-finals. Fingers crossed. We'll wait for the referee's final results to come out. But as per the students' faces and of course conviction, it is pretty clear that the blue team has won this game by a good margin against Brax Vishwakarma Institute of Technology. My apologies, against COEP Technological University, Pune.
The result of the second quarterfinal match that was played between COEP Technological University Pune versus Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya Vallavidhyanagar. COEP Technological University Pune scored 120 points, whereas team in blue, Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, scored 140 points. So winner of the second quarterfinal match is BVM from Vallavidhyanagar.
Final results now coming out in the quarter-final 2, which was won by Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya with 140 points up against COEP Technological University Pune, which were able to collect 120 points. A very narrow margin of victory over here for Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, and had that robot of COEP Technological University not slightly malfunctioned in between, which caused them those essential seconds basically, the situation could have been very different. Just what my colleague earlier was mentioning, Akshay was mentioning also about. But nonetheless, at the end, a victory is a victory, and this is going to be a sweet victory coming up. The next quarterfinal, which is the third quarterfinal coming up, is between Team Red, which would be Marathawada Mitra Mandal's College of Engineering, versus Team Blue, which will be Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune. We will have to wait and watch how this pans out. I'm joined over here by my colleague and dear friend Sujay John. Good afternoon, Sujay.
Well, good afternoon, Sakshi. It's been a fantastic day right here. Look at the setting right at the Tyagraj Stadium. Remember, this was one of those stadiums which was done during the Commonwealth Games 2010. A very, very unique thing about this is the fact that this was the only stadium which had the ability for the Sustainable Development Program. It could have generated its own electricity for its own electrical requirements, and also had a sub-base which could provide electricity to the neighborhood colonies. What a fantastic way. And in fact, in the Sustainable Program, around the world, this model is now being replicated in China, in Europe. Many of the stadia which was used for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar had also used the same model. In fact, the sustainability program has gone a further step ahead. They have got stadiums which can be dismantled after the event is over. So the area, the space, and the entire infrastructure can move portably from one city or one country or even from one continent to another. Fantastic way of innovation, and we are seeing technology at its very best right here. The next generation of innovators in the techno business are these young kids you've got on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. The young minds with the best engineering colleges who are putting down not just innovation, but innovations which you and I can use. So it's all about the utility factor. We spoke to a lot of these people right here, and I'm telling you, the Tyagraj Stadium is once again lit up by that magnificence of Robocon 2024. Fantastic setting, let me tell you. And for those of you who are wondering what this is about robots competing, in about 10 seconds, the third quarterfinal is going to be there. 46 teams, 800 plus participants, and now we are on to the final 8. The top 4 are going to be playing into the semi-finals, and that is a match going on, which is the third quarterfinals. Marathwada Mitra Mandal College of Engineering in the blue corner, and then we have Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune in the red corner. Those are R1s, known as robot ones, which are manually tracked, and they're going to be using the concept of agriculture, where these robots are going to plant seedlings, and for every seedling they're going to plant in the designated area, they get 10 points each. So you can see in the red corner, already 7 of them have been planted. That's 70 points to their kitty, and that robot is working extremely well on the blue corner as well. And that is the Government College of Engineering from Pune, and they're doing pretty well. And they can get in around 12 of these points, which are there up for grabs, and 1 minute and 57 seconds still left on the clock, and you've got all the seedlings for the blue corner in the first place. And there you see, which is the first time in Robocon history, you've got an automated robot, no manual controlling happening simultaneously. So these bots are working by themselves. They have to collect these balls from the blue space, putting into the Cylons, and for each of the ones that they get inside the Cylon, they will get 30 points. And there are going to be 2 balls already for the blue corner there. R1 is working feverishly high. You can see that excitement in the air. It's absolutely palpable, and you can absolutely see the balls being thrown. For every ball thrown, Sakshi, they get 10 points more into their kitty.
Yes, of course, and I'm going to be requesting also some of the people who are standing in front of us to kindly move so that we can watch the game also. But coming quickly back to the game over here, it looks like a good solid game that is happening right now between both the teams. How I assess it from here, both the red and the blue teams have been able to plant all the seedlings into the right spots, and now the robots are there in the second zone throwing the balls where they can get the maximum number of points. The blue team out there, we see the robot has to be moved out. Some sort of a situation, they're getting it back, precious seconds being lost over there, but the red team's robot over there, Sujay, moving effortlessly and smoothly, making those shots and trying to get the balls within the holders. In fact, the blue team has already been able to get a ball inside one of the holder, which gets them crucial points, and the second one also is there. That's important. Those are very, very big points that come into the kitty, but red also no more far behind, getting one more ball out there. It's getting heated up over here, Sujay. It could be anyone's game from here.
Oh well, 3 valuable balls into the silos. That's going to be 90 points for the blue team, and that's going to be an advantage to Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune. What a solid competition. Marathwada Mitra Mandal College of Engineering was struggling, in fact, because the little bit of a mechanical error that really did happen. They did manage to get one there. Those are the automators right there. Those are the sponsors, because, you know, it's close to around lakhs and lakhs of money that these colleges have to get together to fund their programs of robotics. So it's very important, and you can see right there, Team Automatons, and they're doing pretty well. But this is the second last quarterfinal, and after this, it's going to be the team which is the team to be rooting for, the best team to qualify for the quarterfinals with more than 200 odd points is the Institute of Technology, Nirma University, which last year for Sakshi, you remember, last year they just missed that hat-trick of titles that they had. So that's them on their screens there. Look at that thing, the bot coming right there. Let me tell you all that this is not controlled by a human being. The program has been written, but unfortunately for them, that ball just toppled over, and that you see the blue corner, the robot number 1, shuttling between the balls, supplying those 12 balls that you can see, and each of the balls supplied is 10 points each. And this is where the game really settles in. This is R2, the automated bot, trying to work on and get that on. So the marks have been computerized. The judges right there are thinking about what they have to be putting down. Remember, for every ball that has been collected and put into the silo, it's 30 points. For every ball thrown from zone 1 to zone 3, it's another 20 points. And then 10 points is for each of the sapling which has been planted. I'm sure you've been through with this, and it's been such an exciting quarterfinal. It's edge-to-edge action. Who gets into that all-important last four berth? The scores are tabulated. The chief judge is right there on your screens. It's over to Professor T.B. Singh to give you the scores.
The third quarterfinal match was played between team in red, Marathawada Mitra Mandal's College of Engineering versus Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune. Team in red, Marathawada Mitra Mandal's College of Engineering scored 270 points, whereas team in blue, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering from Pune scored 330 points. So winner of the third match is Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering.
That is a qualification for the semi-finals with a whopping score of 330. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the semi-finalists, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune.
बहुत हल्के beneath the teeth बोल रहे हो, लेकिन बोले अगर आप मेरी हिंदी को यहाँ सही करने वाले तो ऐसी क्रिस्ट हिंदी बोलना शुरू करूंगी कि तोते उड़ जाएंगे। मेरी मस्ती और तफरी वाली हिंदी अलग होती है, असल हिंदी बहुत अलग है। हिंदी लिटरेचर की विद्यार्थी रह चुकी हूँ थ्रू एंड थ्रू, प्रधानमंत्री के इवेंट्स करती हूँ, हिंदी बहुत क्रिस्ट है, मस्ती मजाक अलग है। The last in the final quarterfinal coming up, quarterfinal number 4, and this will be between Team Nirma Robocon, that is the Institute of Technology Nirma University, up against Government College of Engineering and Research, Avasari Khurd. These two universities coming up, but in a certain manner, Nirma University can definitely be a very daunting university. They've had a very dominating run in the season so far, and it looks like they will be coming in with a very heavy advantage of the fact that they've been able to dominate teams very convincingly. But today is the day, this is the moment when both the teams stand on the same platform on equal levels. It can be anyone's game, just needs to be looked upon how it goes from here, because what is going to matter is whose robot is efficient, whose robot is spaced up, and who can make the momentum and maintain it. The students and the teams are all gathering up and going around and standing. Getting their tools, getting their robots in place. These are those moments when one needs to hold their nerves together, because the last few minutes or few seconds can really be something that can make or break a person's mindset or a team. So we need to keep our thoughts together, calm ourselves down, and just focus on the end goal, which has to be that you need to go out and play to win. So here's wishing both the teams all the best. May the best team win. The countdown of the last 10 seconds should be able to get started any minute or any second from now on. And as soon as those last 10 seconds get wrapped up, we shall have the actual match also starting up.
The last and the final quarter-final is on. 3 minutes of game time. And the team to watch out for, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, which has been absolutely on fire. They have to be the team to watch out for. They're hot favorites, already up with 4 in their seedling of plantation. A little bit of problem for the blue corner because their saplings have not been planted adequately well. But the Nirma University is rolling on from one gear to the other, and what a way to go forward. They in fact have got all their samplings already on, and now the bot has already got 2 of their 30 points into the silos. What a fantastic way, but a little bit of a glitch right there. The robot needs to be taken back, and you can see the people from the crew dazzling down from the bot park into the pit and getting them for immediate repairs right there. R1 is in the process of launching the balls into zone 3 for the blue corner, which is the Government College of Engineering and Research of Sarikhurd. And you can see there in the blue corner, the saplings slightly out of place. So as many as the number of saplings you can get, those many balls can you actually send into zone 3 for R2, robots 2, to get it there. Also a problem for the blue corner robot, as it seemed to have found its malfunction, but the Nirma University has got its gears back on. They are on with the operation of number 2. 2 balls there into the silos. If you can get 3 more, it'll be a fantastic opportunity for them. That's a special condition when they've got all 3 balls. It is known as the Mua Vang, which in Vietnam is called Hooray. So that's a very, very steep ask. They've got the 3rd ball in there. So 90 points already in their kitty from the silos itself. While as the blue corner is yet to start its very first action from the robot number 2, which is still into the pit, still trying to get its act into order. But there is ball number 4 for Nirma University. Once again, on hot pursuit, zone 3 action for the blue corner. The robots getting there. Can they have the action in the last 25 seconds? The clock's running out on them. So the first silo is already done. 3 balls in for the Nirma University. 1 other more is more. Last 10 seconds in a few moments from now. And there's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There goes the hooter. The time's off. 6 big balls of red for Nirma University. And that's going to be a huge score as they storm inside. We'll wait for the official confirmation from our judges team. And in case you don't know who they are, let's tell you. The chief referee is Professor T.P. Singh, who comes in from PDEU Gandhinagar. Siding him is Professor G. Rajiv Lochna Chintavagadi, who comes in from the Amrita University from Bangalore. And also is Mr. Nikhil Kulshrestha, who's from the Advanced Digital Controls from Roorkee. They also have Professor S.S.O. Hall from COPTU Pune. And the last and the final judge is Professor P.M. Pathak from IIT Roorkee Saksi. It was a fantastic thing, and how the Nirma University bot seemed to have a mind of its own. It's not automated, let me tell you. It seemed to be thinking, acting, reacting, and aligning itself with absolute precision, absolute plans put into action. That's a bot you have to watch out for. Wait and watch, the rest of you, the viewers who are watching this live action exclusively here on Doordarshan. Robocon 2004, Nirma University is on fire.
Well, Nirma University is on fire, and they have been on fire also, Sajay. If you were to talk about the team's performance just before this match began, I did talk about the same thing to our viewers also, that this team has been invincible, and in the manner they have dominated this entire tournament up against the opponents, they literally have gone about demolishing the opposition whenever they were put into a match, and that's exactly what they did today also. Clean, swift strategy that was executed to perfection. Robots that were working to their full efficiency, and of course at the same time were able to execute what the team or the students had in their mind. So it was a combination of the students' skill coming into play with the robots' efficiency, who are obviously developed and made by the students, but the combination sat down pretty well this time for Nirma University, and they look to be the front runners, the spearheaders right now, and also the front runners in the race to the finals, we can say, because the way this team has been playing, it seems that they cannot be stopped. And we have TP Singh ready out there to give us the final results.
The result of the fourth match of the quarterfinals that was played between team in red, Institute of Technology, Nirma University from Ahmedabad, versus team in blue, Government College of Engineering and Research of Sari. Team in red, Institute of Technology, Nirma University, Ahmedabad, scored 420 points, whereas team in blue, Government College of Engineering and Research of Sari, scored 180 points. Winner of the fourth match is Institute of Technology, Nirma University.
The results of the fourth quarterfinal, the last of them, has got the Institute of Technology, Nirma University, marching ahead with a top score of 420. We haven't seen that ever here in this competition before. The outclassed team Abhedya, the Government College of Engineering and Research of Sarikod, 180 points. So the four Ladies and gentlemen, the first semi-final. And they're the top four teams left in Robocon 2024. First up, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune, takes on the likes of Birla Vishwakarma Vidyalaya. Team Ottomans are what the Chinchwad College of Engineering call themselves, and Panch Janya is what Birla Vishwakarma Institute calls themselves.
Sujoy, very good afternoon to you, and what fun to be back in the commentary box after having a chat with those lovely people, the young technocrats and also the support staff. It's been a great time out there. And after the lunch, what a great lineup. Semi-final, Pimpri Chinchwad is up against Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya in blue, and Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering in red corner. So they're just waiting for the official whistle from the chief referee, Mr. TP Singh. And mind you, everybody is going to get their heart in their mouth with this scintillating semi-final, because how often it happens, Sujay, you and I both are sports person, how often it happens, sometimes the semi-final is far more exciting than the final, though that could not be the case here because robotics is exciting all the way down the line.
True, man. But no, what we have to see here is the fact that, this is a game, this is a match which is going to decide which team gets a berth into the finals of the India edition of Robocon 2024. In the red corner, you'll see the countdown already on because the teams have to settle. Remember, R1 is Robot 1, which is on a manual, and there you see it getting into action. R2 is the robot, which is absolutely on an automated region, and that one's gone banging into the balls. That would be a little bit of a concern for the team in red, and Chinchwad at the moment in the blue corner is now working on getting the saplings on. The first two are in place. Meanwhile, in the red corner, we have a very, very hard-working robot trying to put in. They've already got 2, 3, 6. In fact, not just 6, 8 of the 12 saplings in place. And you can see in the red corner, the automated bot already collecting the balls. Any of the purple balls which are collected and put in the silos will not get them marks. 2 minutes odd left on the stop clock, and the red corner gets its first 30 points. And for every one of the balls there which are put in the silos, we see in the middle, that is the big race there. The red bot, unfortunately, has collected a purple ball, so that really won't help. So it's trying to sort the colors on. That has to be done by its own intelligence. Second ball in the way, and there seems to be a malfunction, whereas the blue corner, that is a problem for the bot over there. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock.
Oh yes, more than halfway through this first semi-final, and during the break when we were having a chat with the Birla team, member Yash was telling me about their Panchjane, the name of their bot, and how confident they are about the R1, which is Robot 1, but the Robot 2 is a bit of a concern, but they were looking positive, and so far looking at this match, under 1 minute remaining, 58 seconds remaining. As far as Team Blue is concerned, I think Birla Vishwakarma Vishwavidyalaya is looking decently placed as far as the stage number 2 is concerned. But the extra balls that have been picked up by Pimpri Chinchwad has been an absolute revelation. They were the ones who pipped to the post as far as the reigning champion GT were concerned of the last year. And now here they are also looking very, very good. Only 4 balls remaining in the harvest zone there. And I think the kind of scoring they have done so far is they are looking a little better placed as far as this first semi-final is concerned.
Yes, about 20 seconds left on the clock, and this is going to be a little bit of a contention for the team in red, because they seem to have all the balls placed. I have seen I can see from my vintage point in the commentary box, they've got 4 to 5 balls already, and there's 30 points for each of those balls, and the clocks run out, and the judges will have to look at this, because the R2 board for the team in blue couldn't get itself into action there, and that'll hurt them quite too much. So there are worried faces here at the Tyagrat Stadium. There's nobody to rob yourself on these points, because Robocon is on, and that's that R1. Fantastic work. Look at that. It seemed to be absolutely in sync, precise, fast and swift. And that was also the case also in the blue corner. But if you look at there, struggling to get the saplings in the spots allocated to them, because until and unless these saplings are not put in those marked areas, the points won't come in. And the number of saplings is the number of balls that can be projected to the robot number 2, which is on autopilot.
That's right, and the replay also tells you how this semi-final number 1 has panned out. That is the water zone. From there, the balls have to be thrown from the harvest zone into the area number 3, from where they could have gone for the silos. But it will be interesting to see how much points they've been able to score in this, because it will be a close call. Let's have a look at the score once the referees are ready with the official announcement. But one has to say the kind of excitement that we were expecting. Obviously, both these teams, particularly Pimpri Chinchwad, has been a revelation. I have been with Robocon for many, many years, and you and I, Sujay, we have seen this team grow into stature year after year, edition after edition, and this team came as an underdog roughly 8 or 9 years ago, and now they are one of the main contenders, and the way they have dislodged the reigning champion GTU is obviously speaks volume about their level of preparations.
True, because robotics is not something you can get away with very easily. This takes a lot of investment, a lot of input, a lot of commitment from the universities, from the colleges, from the institutes, and these engineering kids who are trying to get industry skills are trying to work on that front as well. You can see that they had 5 balls from the red corner, so that is around 150 points itself, and we'll have to wait for those 10 points that come in from the saplings. Each one of them gives them 10 points for each of the throws that R1 has managed to put in from zone 1 to zone 3. And the last one that we saw in the quarterfinals was was highest scored by the Nirma Institute, which had got its numbers into way over 300 to 400 at that point. So it was all that wonderful score. We see our chief referee giving out the results for the first semi-final. It's over to Professor Singh.
The first semi-final match was played between team in red, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering from Pune, versus team in blue, Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, Vallabh Vidyanagar. Team in blue, Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, scored 170 points, whereas team in red, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering from Pune, scored 350 points. The winner of the first semi-final match is Chinchwad College of Engineering.
And Birla Institute, that is the Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya, having 170 points, have to bow out of this first semi-final there. The other semi-final there, which will be against the top flight Nirma University, the Institute of Technology, which amassed 420 points. I did not see any team up till now which has got 420 in their tally. So they will be up next in the second semi-final, and they will be taking on the likes of the MIT World Peace University, Pune.
All right, as you can see on your TV screens, the second semi-final is going to be played between the daunting Nirma University Institute of Technology, who will be taking on MIT World Peace University from Pune. World Peace University, they just managed to get into the quarters, and from there on they have sealed their berth into this semi-final, and this is the moment they had been waiting for. It's going to be a hard-fought contest, semi-final number 2, and they're up against a daunting team like Nirma. Obviously, it's going to be a very, very exciting, Sujay, and we are particularly looking forward to this semi-final. Let's get on with it. With that whistle, the preparation time has been allotted to both the teams there, and they will be setting their bots into the starting zone, and they will be taking on this semi-final number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is DD Robocon 2024. A brief recap on the pre-quarterfinal teams. The first quarterfinal was played between BRACT Vishwakarma Institute of Technology Pune, and they took on the MIT World Peace University, which emerged the winners, and they are here in action in front of you. The second quarterfinal was being played between COEP Technological University Pune and they faced the likes of Birla Vishwakarma Vidyalaya, and that was a team which was able to march out into the semi-finals. And the third quarter-final was played between Marathwada Mitra Mandal College of Engineering, and they secured 270 points against Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, who had 330. And now in the semi-final, which just got over moments back, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering Pune got the better of Birla Vishwakarma Mahavidyalaya with a score of 350 against 170 points. The first team to find itself into this finals. And now, who's going to face them is going to be decided in this second semi-final. The Institute of Technology, Nirma University, will be taking on the likes of MIT World Peace University Pune. The two winners of the semi-finals are vying for a place in the mega finals. Huge amount of support for both teams as their crews really back them up. They have a player, the countdown clock right in front of you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And there goes the whistle. Look at the bout fearlessly moving into zone 3. Round 1 is seeing such a fantastic performance by both the robots. Both of them moving in tandem. That's such a coordinated effort. But look at this. Even Team Blue is not going to let that go down. Nirma University gets the first of their 30 points. And in fact, Robo 1 on the other hand has got 16 of them absolutely in their place. The last leg of the 12 saplings have been planted successfully. And now it's the time to harvest as Robo 1, which is being manned by their operator, is moving in. They have to now launch the balls into zone 3 from zone 1. There goes ball number 1. Each ball's launched is 10 points apiece. Each sapling planted is 10 points apiece. Each balls in the silos is 30 points, and already 2 balls are there in the silos. Malfunction at 1 minute 49 seconds. The first malfunction for Nirma, and they are going to be costing up, and those seconds will really count.
Sujay, take a look at on the left of the TV screens there, and that tells you the exact story of how beautifully they have panned out this semi-final number 2. Nirma University beautifully placed all the rice seedlings into the plantation zone there, and from there on successful transfer from zone 2 to zone 3 of these balls is something they're going to from the harvest area. This area is going to decide the winner here, because looks like the team from Pune, MIT, seems to be struggling there, especially from the very beginning. Zone number 1, they could not place their rice seedlings. All of them, only one of them has been dislodged, but that could cost them not only the point but also the time consumption. It will be interesting to see if they would like to come back to the starting zone and finish their job there in the day 1, in the zone 1 there. But after that, the time left will be only 50 seconds, and in that 50 seconds, Nirma University can do wonders. They have achieved above 500 points in their league matches there. They've achieved the Muawong, and they seem to be all set achieving Muawong in this semi-final number 2 as well.
Well, yes, the last 35 seconds here on the clock, and the Nirma University is staggering at the moment. The robot is having a malfunction. Also, their R1 is not able to pick the ball and launch it into zone 3 from zone 2. So that'll be a couple of points lost, but they seems to be into the driver's seat at the moment comfortably as the last 10 seconds are on the clock. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the hooter blows off, signaling the end of the second semi-final. And those are anxious faces here at the Talgrat Stadium in New Delhi. This has been the venue for the Robocon for the last 3 to 4 years, where IIT has always been as part of the organizer. And also, when you were speaking to the volunteers, what they said was that working with the IITs is not a problem because they know what they need to do. They have their plans, and all one needs to do is slip into groove. And what a fantastic experience for every participating student here who comes here from different corners of the country and gets a taste of what it means. Robocon is on. And this is the second semi-final where the Institute of Technology, Nirma University, in the red corner, and that was their R2. What a fantastic performance. And this is what we are going to wait out for, because whoever is going to be winning here locks their horns for a fantastic final against Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering, Pune. So, Ahmedabad versus Pune is going to be what is going to be the writing on the tarot cards at the moment, because you see that bot here struggling a little bit as it came to a little bit of a standstill time and time again, and to their rescue the crew comes in, picks them up and tries to get them on. And on the other hand, we had in the blue corner MIT World University Pune trying to launch the ball into action. They get 10 points for each of those balls, which are distributed from zone 2 to zone 3. But these are those valuable points. You can see 4 or 5 of them which have been collected by Institute of Technology, Nirma University, and each of those points give you valuable 30 points each.
You know, Sujay, when I started doing Robocon many years ago, and when we got introduced to this wonderful format, looking at Nirma, always I felt that the kind of hard work they have put in, I think the luck also favors the fortune. I beg your pardon, the luck favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. That is the thing I want to say here. Because the beauty of them is that not only with the synchronization with the robot is beautiful, but consistently they've been working hard, and invariably, be it the league matches, be it the semi-finals, you know, they work into sync like every match is a final they are playing. So that is the beauty, and they were up against obviously MIT Pune. They've been on a rather low scoring side there, and that's been the story throughout this tournament as far as MIT WPU University is concerned. They were lucky to get into the semi-final. They had a great experience, but Nirma once again, you know, proving too good for them. They had already achieved Mua Wong during the league stages, scoring 500 points when they were against Government College of Engineering Amravati, and here also they seem to have achieved brilliantly well. Let's see if they have bettered their score from 500 or not. That will be interesting to find out in this semi-final number 2, which has just concluded, and they will be taking on Pimpri Chinchwad in the final in a short while from here now.
Well, you have to feel for MIT World Peace University Pune. They'd had their act in and they tried to do the best that they could do with their Robot 1 and Robot 2, but unfortunately a little bit of problems that they faced was where their Robot 2 couldn't get into their Zone 3, collect the balls and get them into the silos there. They could have nailed it, because if they had got their balls as the topmost third ball in each silo, each point that Nirma University could have got would have been reduced down to 0. So the final score of semi-final number 2 comes into you from our chief judge, Mr. Singh.
The second semi-final match was played between Team in Red, Institute of Technology, Nirma University versus Team in Blue, MIT World Peace University from Pune. Team in Blue, MIT World Peace University from Pune, scored 220 points, whereas Team in Red, Institute of Technology, Nirma University from Ahmedabad, scored 280 points. So winner of the second semi-final match is Nirma University.
Fielders place in the final, and they will be taking on Pimpri Chinchwad, who has been rather on the higher scoring side. I'm really a little surprised as far as Nirma's scoring is concerned, even though they managed 280 and they were comfortably defeating MIT Pune, who only managed to 220 points, like in their quarterfinal clash against Bract. But a little surprised with the low score, because Nirma is known for scoring really, really high in the points tally mostly. 500 Moa Wong achieved during the league stages, and here they are taking on Pimpri Chinchwad in the final. They've been consistently scoring above 300. They were 470 in the league stages. Then in the quarterfinal, Pimpri Chinchwad scored 330 points, and in the semi-final they scored 350 against Birla. So they are consistently scoring high, and Nirma, I'm sure they will have to pull up their scores also in the finals.
Well, they always say there's a lot.
All right, so welcome back for the evening session, the final session, the session that matters the most. The final of Robocon 2024 is only moments away. And Pimpri Chinchwad will be taking on Nirma University in this exciting lineup here. We are back in the box, and I'm joined in here by Sakshi Mandwal. Sakshi, a very good evening to you, and it will be an understatement to ask you if you are excited, but we all are thrilled.
Yes, indeed. I am very excited, and so are you also, I believe, over here, Akshay. But big thing is that these two teams have fought really hard in the last 2 days to cover this long journey and reach the final two position where they have reached. So in all honesty, all due credit should be given to these two finalists because they deserve it. They deserve all the applause and the applaud and the credit that comes their way because they worked very hard and earned their spot over here in the finals. And that is what truly matters. And as I always say, when it comes to the finals of any event, any match, may the best team win. Because both these teams are going to be equally poised in the match. Now, they're going to start with a clean slate. Does not anymore matter how strongly or convincingly or how dominating was the performance in the previous matches. What matters now is this moment when they start on the same tangent, same wavelength. And with the same breath, I'll also say that the teams right now, Akshay, are getting all set, all prepped up. The students are getting prepared. They are placing their robots within the stipulated period of time for the match to start.
Absolutely, Sakshi. I just wonder that this is a general practice, giving them a minute or two for preparation for the final. And they've done it tons of times throughout the course of last 2-3 days for every match, be it the league stages or the quarter or the semis. But these 2 minutes, these 1.5, 2 minutes are someone who can handle the pressure. He will be able to sail through this exciting final because they are under tremendous pressure. Nirma, we all know it's a stalwart team. Pimpri Chinchwad, I was talking to my colleagues and friends, and in general we were talking. We have seen this team grow game after game, edition after edition, and they have turned out so beautifully in this final today. I think it's a picture perfect scenario, great final setup, and we are in for an exciting contest.
Well, hopefully, yes, we should be in for an exciting contest, and that is what we want to witness because finally the grand finale of the DD Robocon 2024 is all set to come to its final closure. The curtains are all set to be drawn, and finally we will be revealing the name of the DD Robocon 2024 winner in the next few minutes. The name of the team that goes on to win the finals shall be representing India in the finals of the ABU Robocon 2024 also. That will happen in Vietnam. Yes, please let's not forget that the team that goes on to win this year's DD Robocon will go on to participate in the ABU Robocon 2024 also and will also be representing India, and thereby it shall be a matter of pride and honor for us to be a part of that representation. You see the aerial footage and the shottage that's coming your way. The team's all set. The whistle has also gone off. The last few seconds before the final starts, and this goes on. We can see the students are all prepped, taking their positions, getting their bodies in the vigilant mode. And there you have it, the final has finally started. Both red and the blue teams going head to head. You can see the pace, you can see the agility in the movements, not just of the boys and the girls who are riding or driving, should I say, the robot over here, Akshay, but also in the autonomous robots, agility and pace that's coming around. It's beautiful to see that they're giving it their all, just how it should be. And there you have the blue team over there going ahead, first of all, picking up the planters and putting it in the right spot, the seedlings being put. We see that the blue team has successfully put around 8 of them, while the red team has also successfully mounted almost all of them, if I'm not mistaken, over here. Akshay?
Absolutely, and the sense of urgency is quite evident here in the final. Nirma is looking as solid as ever. Team in red already placing all the rice seedlings into the plantation area, moving quickly onto the area number 3. Mind you, there was a little bit of a glitch. That is the reason their automatic robot has been brought back to the retry zone, but it's on its way back on the ramp. A little bit of collision here on the side railing, but a good recovery from the autonomous robot here as far as Nirma is concerned. But on the right side of the screen, Sakshi, you can see that Pimpri Chinchwad has also successfully planted all of their seedlings there, and they are looking to transfer as many balls as possible. Already 2 balls into the area number 3, looking good, neck to neck this contest, 1.5 minutes into the match. Final of this Robocon 23rd edition, looking really exciting.
Yes, of course, and that's how it should be. The finals should always be a nail-biting, picture-perfect finish, and that's what we are headed for over here, because you can for a second also not say that any of the team is any more or less than the other one. It's definitely very sure that how the red team is right now coming up in full competition with the blue team. It looks like this could go anybody's way over here. And in red you have the Nirma University, while in blue we have the Pimpri Chinchwad University coming up over there. The Nirma University going way ahead, but at the same time you see they've already put in three balls. Yes, they've been able to mount 3 balls in the holder over there, and that's a very big lead of a margin in terms of points of here. Akshay.
Good 40 seconds remaining here. Good chance for Pimpri Chinchwad. Also, look at the noise here. It is absolutely deafening. Thiagra Stadium has become the epicenter of robotic activity, and the reason for that is Pimpri Chinchwad is giving a tough fight out there to the stalwart Nirma. Looking good. Last 25 seconds remaining here, Sakshi.
Indeed, the last 25 seconds remaining, and that has now become almost 15 seconds. The countdown shall start anytime now. It's going to be an uphill task for Pimpri Chinchwad to take or give a competition over here to Nirma University. It does not look like, because Nirma University is increasing the margin, but Pimpri Chinchwad have made a comeback. 3 balls have gone in, but Nirma is far ahead over here. Almost 6 balls in.
Absolutely, what a way to counter that move there from the Pimpri Chinchwad, even though they might be slightly lagging as far as the points are concerned, but the way they nullified their silo position was a brilliant, good fight given up thereby. Fantastic final.
A perfect nail-biting, picture-perfect finish comes over here. How we see it from here, from the comm box, it's pretty clear that Nirma University should be the winners, but Pimpri Chinchwad have given them a very tough fight and a very good comeback in a situation which almost looked lost for them, because Nirma University had taken a lead far ahead in terms of points, way ahead from the Pimpri Chinchwad University, but a very good comeback and an effort to broad the game towards themselves by Pimpri Chinchwad, who were able to plant in, or should I say put in 3 more balls over there in the baskets. And after that we saw that Nirma University were able to secure and just lead that lead further that they had got early on, and this should be a victory, not a clean sweep victory, but definitely a victory by a big margin for Nirma University. And could this be, Akshay, the moment right now when we'll be saying proudly that Nirma University may be the university that represents India globally in Vietnam and ABU Robocon, do you think?
Well, that looks quite safe from here on now as far as the replays are concerned, and the way this final has panned out between Pimpri Chinchwad and Nirma University. Nirma University looks good, and already they are flashing their flag, their university flag, and also the national flag, looking all set to represent India on August 25th this year in Vietnam. And hopefully they will be bringing laurels to the country as well, as they have done so well for their respective university from Gujarat.
Let's straight go to the results for the referee, to Mr. T.P. Singh now, who shall be giving out the results and the name of the winner.
So finally we have the team that is going to represent India at the international level in Robocon 2024. The final of the DD Robocon 2024 was played between team in red, Institute of Technology, Nirma University from Ahmedabad versus team in blue, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering from Pune. Team in blue, Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering scored 340 points, whereas team in red, Institute of Technology, Nirma University from Ahmedabad scored 400 points. So winner of DD Robocon 2024 is Nirma University. Congratulations to the winner. Thank you.
All right, so the news is out there in the center. Nirma University, now which were vying for the college's trophy, now will be representing the entire nation in Vietnam in August. So I would like to request all the people present here in the auditorium, cheer for them, give them a big round of applause. Fantastic work done by them. Many, many congratulations, Nirma University of Technology. Wonderfully, they have cruised through the final, and big round of applause to the runner-up as well, Pimpri Chinchwad, because they have really done well to reach the finals.